Okay, I have my 2006 Mazda Tribute here today. Going to be showing you how to replace the cabin filter in here. And these get clogged up and it's hard to get a lot of air through these vents. So you can get these pretty much anywhere, any part store. I ordered this online. So just mainly make sure they get you the correct part for your year and everything, but this is just one that I ordered. So this is what it looks like. This has a seal around it. Comes with some instructions and kind of gives you some directions on how to do this as well. But really you don't need a lot of tools to do this. First thing I wanted to point out is I just killed the vehicle with the windshield wipers in this up position like this. This is going to help as far as being able to get to the things we need to get to. And as far as tools go, I've just got a little 2-inch putty knife and a Phillips screwdriver. Now the first thing that we're going to want to do is just we're going to work from up here. So you'll notice the wiper, it's up far enough so it's out of this way, because this is where we're going to access our cabin filter. So you take the putty knife, get underneath these, and then it reveals that Phillips screw right there. So we've got the 4 of these down through here. We're going to go ahead and remove each of those caps. Okay, you can see the caps out of the way. Now we can easily get in here with our Phillips, and we're going to take each one of these screws completely out here. It just kind of looks like your typical sheetrock screw or whatever. And it just helps to hold this cowl screen down. And you can see this rubber piece is missing off here, so it's not doing much good as far as getting the water to go where it's supposed to go. So there is that first screw, and each one of these is like that. It's like a little 3/4 inch screw. So now we're just going to continue on. I'm going to take these other 3 completely out here. Okay, with all those screws out, we're going to go ahead and lift our hood up at this point and get it propped up. Okay, and now that we're in here, you'll notice we got these little plastic like rivets that hold these in here, and we got 4 of these. Now just wanted to show you, like, you can put a Phillips in here, and you know, supposedly you're supposed to be able to turn it and it backs it off, and then you just pop it out, but these, you can see it just spins. So I don't use that. I just use my putty knife for this as well, and I'll just get in underneath this edge here, if I can get it to cooperate. We're going to get underneath the screw part itself and try not to lose this, but I just pry up on that part, and that's how I typically get these out. So when I pop it up, it pulls right out of there. So there's that part, and then we can take our putty knife and just pop that piece up, and luckily I didn't lose that. So that's all there is to it. That goes down in there, it expands these little plastic legs, and it helps hold it on there. So we've just got 3 more here to remove, and I'm just going to do those the same exact way. Okay, and there we are. We have those 4 out of there, and now we can work on getting this piece up and off here. Now it'll have some sticky stuff up here that we'll need to kind of pull up, pry up a little bit. and some of it kind of like tore loose. But then this here, so we've got the screws back there loose. This goes into that hood, and we just slide it out this way, just like that. So this will just slide out from over there where that hood is. Just slide that end out and it'll come out just like this. So now we can just set that aside. Now we got another piece in here, which is a good thing this is here, because the water is, the seal up here is gone on this cow part, and this actually, as the water's coming down, because it's getting past that, this is keeping it off of my filter there. So we're going to go ahead, and these little clips just kind of hold it into place here. There's some little rectangular slots. Just lift and pull those back out of those slots, and then this whole piece will just lift. Just rotate it like that, and it'll just work right out of there. That's all there is to it. Just kind of goes in under there. And here is our cabin filter. And yours, you know, maybe better shape, maybe worse, but this is it. And you can see all the leaves and the acorns. And that is a lot of compacted trash. There's definitely nothing getting through this. So this looks really bad, and looks like it's possibly molding, but you know, it's kind of a musty smell coming through this. And looks like even some leaves have managed to work past of our filter somehow. Luckily this has a screen on it as well, so it can't just suck stuff down in there. So I think we're just gonna wipe or clean this up, or get something, just kind of clean this up a little bit before we put our new filter in, just so that dirt's not sucking right back into our brand new filter. Okay, here's a view of this after I've cleaned it out a little bit. We took a vacuum and wiped it out a little bit. Definitely don't have a lot of loose dust like it did have. And took and cleaned these up a little bit as well. And here is a side by side, the new one. So it makes a huge difference. So this is what, you know, if you turn this on, this is what you're breathing. So I'm getting ready to set this in here. There's nothing to it. Just sets right on here. It fits right in that area. And it just sets down just like that. That's all you have to do. So with that set in place, we'll take this piece, and just like we came out, we have to bend it down and get it back under here. So we need to get this rotated a little bit, as you can see. I'll scoot it over a little bit, and it just pretty much will just fall down into place once you get it pushed where it needs to be there. Now we got to get these clips back up here on these rectangular slots, so we need to pull it back a second. And make sure we get all three of them. So just like that, and so it just kind of sits there. And then make sure that these are in alignment with that hole, or you'll have trouble getting your little snap pins to go back in there. Now we're just going to take this piece and we slide that corner back down there, and then this is just going to set right back on here, and that's all there is to that. So we'll just take our little pins and start working them back into place. You'll have to push these back, these little legs back together once they've been used. Just push that right back down in there. So we're just going to do each and every one of these. Just get it going. Push the little legs back together. So when they're new, they're together. After they've been used, they kind of spread out like that. And we'll push that little pin back in there, and we're just going to do that on those other two, and then we'll work on our screws up there. Okay, so with those on, we got our little our screws, and these just snap over that screw, and we're going to go ahead and lower our hood back down and work on these and get our Phillips screwdriver, put those in. Okay, so now we're just going to put our Phillips screws back in. You can see that clip back in there that it goes into, and we're just going to snug them down one at a time. And you know, ideally when your cowl is in good shape and that rubber piece is not completely deteriorated, it pulls it down and makes a nice tight seal. So I'll need to find another one of these. So I'm just going to finish snugging these. Okay, now I'm just going through popping these little covers, and this snaps right over that screw nice and tight, and you can hear it when it snaps. You'll hear a nice click. So those are on there tight, and they don't come off unless you pry them back off. Okay, and we just come on the inside and check it out, and you might notice it's blowing quite a bit harder than it was. And of course it'll help clear up any musty odors and stuff. A lot of those filters have charcoal stuff in them, and it'll definitely be an improvement for sure. So anyways, that's going to conclude this video. I said if you found it helpful, please give the video a like. As always, I invite you to subscribe, and thank you for watching.